Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And Carmen Norris.
And welcome to a playthrough by GreyElephant Gaming. What are we playing today?
Legendary Creatures.
This is a Kickstarter preview. I want to make sure everybody's aware that we have not been paid to do this preview. So everything we say after the playthrough and our concluding thoughts are 100% our own thoughts, good or bad. Just be prepared. Okay, so we're going to do the playthrough. This is Carmen's only second time playing, and this is my third time playing, so anyways, get ready. Alright everybody, we are playing some Legendary Creatures with the most judgmental dragon you could possibly ever find.
He is very unamused.
I am. I think that is what he's calling unamused dragon. He's not impressed. And of course I'm joined by my beautiful bride, Carmen.
Hi.
So this is the game that's going to be on Kickstarter. Let's explain a little bit of what we're doing before we get into the actual game. We're going to play 3 turns over the course of 3 rounds. And what I mean by that, we're going to start morning, day, and then night, and then we'll reset. All right. We have a total of 12 cards. We draw 4 cards at the beginning of each day or each turn. We'll draw 4 cards. First thing we're going to do is our planning phase. Our planning phase means is that we're going to select 3 creatures that we're going to put face down first. And then we're going to put 1 over here to the side that's going to go on an expedition. So we're only going to have 3 cards that are going to be face down initially, and then 1 over here that's going to go on an expedition. Now, the reason that we're going to do that is because we're going to use these creatures that we place down to either gain magic, which is located in their upper left-hand corner, or we're going to use them for their ability, one of the 2 abilities, if they have 2 abilities, down at the bottom. Now, sometimes the creatures could possibly match the realm in which we're going to activate that turn. And if that's the case, we'll always gain 1 of either the magic or the type of resource that they could provide. This will make a lot of sense when we get into the game. The goal of the game is to try to move your familiar as far along as you possibly can down the tracks of each one of the 4 realms. If you notice, we have our water realm, we have our fire realm, we have our wind realm, and you'll never guess what the 4th realm is. That's right, Cobalt. Earth. Of course it's Earth. It's always Earth, isn't it? I don't know why. I thought it'd be a little
everything
clever.
changed.
Yes.
The Fire Nation attacked.
When the Earth Nation attacked, yes.
And I am a flying llama.
You are the most pompous character in the game. You're like, oh, look at me. And I'm like a fiery-tailed little guy. I like my character.
Little fox dude.
I am a little fox, foxy lady. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to walk you guys through this game, explain exactly what we're doing, and you guys are going to catch on very quick on how this works. I'm going to turn the camera off, if you don't mind, because what I'm going to do is take a moment to look over my character cards. I'm going to select the ones I want, put the 4th one over here on the expedition, and then when we come back, we'll explain what the next step is. Okay, so we have both selected our 3 cards. We've put our other card over here. So now what we do is the reveal. So I have my 3 cards. Now what we do is we look at the leftmost card at this moment. We look at whichever one has the highest magic value. I have a 3.
I have a 4.
Carmen has a 4. So what we do is that determines initiative. So now what we do is we take our tokens. I put it on mine on the number 2. Carmen puts hers on the number 1. That was the planning phase. Now we move into the spell phase. The spell phase is where we've got 3 different types of spells that are located. Whoops, maybe I should turn that one face up for you. 3 different types of spells that can be used in this at this moment. Now, if you use the spell, you're going to have to wait until the entire end of a round or a day before it's going to come refreshed. So you want to use your spells at the right time. Mind Link basically doubles the resources produced. Amplify doubles the resources that a creature would produce for you. Shadow Step allows you to move in a realm that you otherwise would not have activated, as long as your opponent moves in that realm. And Mind Link you place in front of your opponent, and whenever they gain a certain type of resource, any type of resource, including victory points, expedition tokens, or magic, you would also gain one of those as well. Alright, so Carmen would be first player, so she can decide if she wishes to activate one of her spells. Now, what she would maybe do is look over and she would say, oh, well, which realm is Tim going to probably invoke? Well, given the fact that I have 3 different types of realms up here,
I have no idea.
She wouldn't have a clue. Whereas I can look at her and say, ooh, wind. And wind? Might be a darn good chance that she is going to invoke
probably
the wind.
Chance.
That's right. So Carmen is going to amplify her hippogriff, all right? And then it would come back to me, and she can use as many spells as she wants at this moment. So if she wanted to, she could Shadow Step and she could Mind Link. She could use all of them right now if she wanted to. All right, so it would come back to me, and I think what I will do is I will Shadow Step in the Wind Realm. Because I have a pretty darn good feeling that that is where she is going to go. Now that the spell phase is over, what we're going to do is we are going to now delegate which realm are we going to invoke. And it does start with Carmen.
It's Flying Llama time.
And she is going to invoke that one, whereas I am going to probably invoke Fire is where I want to go. All right, now at this point is when we're going to actually activate our creature party, and I need to hand the camera over to Carmen so that she can show you how that's done.
Okay, so I am going to trade this one in.
Okay, so this is one thing you can do per each turn is you can basically cull. And the way you cull is you say, goodbye, unicorn, you're out of my deck, and then you can draft one of these creatures to take its place.
And now the dragon has taken his place, so I am going to choose to take 5 magic.
So you're either going to take the resource that it provides or its abilities. So in this case, the dragon now is given her 5 magic. If he would have matched if the affinity symbol would have matched the realm in which she was invoking, she would have gotten +1, which you're going to see her get a bunch of buku stuff with her
Exactly.
hippogriff.
The hippogriff, I'm going to use Piercing Screech, which gains 2 wind, but because he's because I am in the wind area over here, he's going to get 3 wind, and then I'm going to amplify that, so I'm going to get 6
total wind. So you'll be at 7 on that. It's really weird, guys, because we always start on the 1, and there is no 0 space, so that can be a little confusing.
It is a little confusing. Okay, so now next, Griffin. Instead of using this, because I don't have all that to pay at the moment, I'm kind of poor.
I'm poor.
Plus, it's not going to help me much because it doesn't cost that much to move up right now. So, I will go for 4
actually,
magic.
It'd be 5 because
I get 5 because I am in the same realm.
So go ahead and move your magic up 5 more spaces. So you'll be on 11. I know, and I don't like the way the board does that either.
Snakes. I'm going to mess that up all the time.
And we have done that every time. We keep wanting to go from here over to here.
Yeah.
So right now, she's used all her creatures. So what she has the capacity to do now is spend those resources to move her creature in the wind realm here.
Am I familiar? Okay.
So this is the cost of these 3. This is the cost of these 3. This is the cost of these 2. It should be blocked off a little bit more. It's because they got this over here. But basically, once you go from 15 to 18 and you pay this cost right here, you're take done. Either first, second, or third, and that's where you're basically,
stuck.
You're done.
You're done.
Basically in this realm. So, but she could pay 1 wind and 2 magic, move 1 space.
Okay, so we're just going to do it one at a time?
Sure, and then that way everybody can follow. Okay, you're going the wrong way, so you're going to boom. All right.
No!
And then pay 1 wind and 2 magic. Pay 1 wind and 2 magic. All right, and then now you got to pay 2 wind and 3 magic. All right, now you're basically stuck for the most part.
That's all I can do.
Well, no, there is something else you could do.
Okay.
Now, if she wanted to, because she could invoke one of her amulets, okay? But the problem is, this amulet that she has here says that she could gain any 2 of the orbs, or basically like the elements. So she could gain 2 wind if she wanted to. That's not helpful.
That's not going to help me. I need magic.
Right. This one here, it says it breaks ties. However, if you look over here at me, I do have an amulet that gives you 3 magic. So if she wanted to, she could steal my amulet of power. She would have to trade one of her amulets with mine, and she would have to give me one of her victory points. And if that would give her 3 magic to where she could move up 1 additional space in this realm if she wanted to.
Give you a victory point to do that.
Well, regardless, my Shadow Step did kick in, and I do get to move up 1 space. So that would be it for Carmen if she doesn't want to do that, and it comes over to me. All right, so right off the bat, I have my Nightmare Steed, and he can gain. Now I am invoking the Fire Realm, so I think I'm going to use this this creature here. I think I'm going to get the magic off of it, to be honest. So I'm going to get a total of Yeah, let's do 4 magic, I mean. So, I'm sorry. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. This creature here, I am thinking I might just get rid of it. And the reason is because I kind of want this goblin. Ooh. Because if I am invoking the fire realm, it kind of makes sense for me to try to get a... you know what? I think I'm just going to take the magic off of this one. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to get rid of Woggle in exchange for the goblin. And then I'm going to use its ability down here that says Bottled Lava, gain 5, which will actually be 6 fire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I can move my creature up in the fire realm. So it's going to cost 1, 2, 3, and a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Amulet of Power and gain 3 more magic. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to move up an additional space by spinning 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Wow. So look at that. We're even.
We are even. Look at us go. So that would take care of all of those. And this now, the Amulet of Power does come back.
Now my spell goes like
it goes
this, right?
upside down. That's correct. And so would mine. It would go face down, and it will not come back into use until the very end of the day. Okay. So here's what happens. Carmen and I are both. Carmen is up in the air, and I am up in the fire. So we get the gifts of these realms. So Carmen may move any familiar in any realm. So what this means is that instead of her just being stuck here now in the air, she'd be able to move any of her creatures anywhere.
Sweet.
But I get the gift of fire. So anytime I gain an element of the affinity of or an orb, I'm sorry. So like earth, wind, or fire, I gain an additional of that type. Oh, so here's what we do now. We're going to advance this little bad boy, and we draw 4 more cards. We lay out our hand, and we go back to the planning phase, and we'll be right back. Okay, so Carmen and I both have our 3 creatures. I have a 4 magic, and Carmen has a 4 magic as well, but she does have Kajar's amulet, which means that she wins all ties. So Carmen, put yours in the number 1 space, and I put mine in the number 2. All right, now we go into the spells. So if Carmen, if you would like to decide what spell you would like to use, and then I will do the exact same thing after she is done. So she's looking over across at me. She's thinking, I might be able to shadow step on this boy.
About it.
Yeah, and you might as well do it. I think you probably have a pretty good idea of where I'm going to go, given the fact that there's also another one up here that I could draft of that same type of affinity. So we'll see what she decides to do real quick.
Thinking about, I'll do
You
Mind
can do
Link.
both of them.
Let's do
You
this.
can do both. You ain't got to just stick with one. Keep that in mind. Because, so you want to Mind Link.
I'm going to Mind Link you.
So she's going to put this in front of me. So whenever I gain those types of elements and stuff, she's going to gain them as well. Did you want to try to Shadow Step?
I'm afraid you're being
once?
sneaky.
I'm being so darn
You are
sneaky.
so sneaky.
I am the sneakiest sneak ever.
Okay.
So I think I might amplify. Yeah, let's amplify him. All right, and then I will just Mind Link you as well. I think.
Well, I see
Why
how
not?
it-
Let's just do it. I mean, it's not a
We're
tough
getting
choice.
everything.
Why not? Well, Carmen will be first player. That was the spell phase. Now what we do is, Carmen, you have to decide which of the realms you are going to invoke, but keep in mind, she does have the gift of the air, which means even though she decides to maybe go up here to Earth, it doesn't matter. She could go, she can move any of her creatures. So, Carmen, which realm do you wish to invoke with your creature?
It makes sense to invoke fire, I guess, still.
Okay, and then I'm going to go Earth. All right, when we come back,
people.
When we come back, Carmen will activate her creatures. Get all that fire, man.
Okay, I'm going to exchange the Phoenix. And where did my unicorn go? It was over there.
I took it.
Okay. And I'm going to exchange it for the dragon.
You got both dragons now? I think you took the other dragon.
Did I take the other dragon?
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay, well, anyway, he's a good deal.
You sure
I
did.
did.
Yeah,
I
you
took
got both dragons.
2 dragons.
Dragon pig.
So he's going to get me 6 magic, and then later he's going to get me
Possibly.
points. So 6 magic for him because I am in the fire realm.
Yep.
So whoop. All right. Then for this dude, I'm going to take the magic. So 4 magic.
So just so you know, you've given me 2 magic so far for my mind link.
Look at that. That's not
Awesome.
right, man. 4? Okay. Now, for this guy, I'm going to gain 4 fire.
5 fire.
Oh, yes.
5 fire.
5 fire.
Thank you for the fire skill.
And you get 1 fire.
Yes.
Alright, and that is it for
Are
me.
you going to move your guy now in the room?
I am trying to decide if I'm going to use... See, I could use that one too, because I've got that special thing.
I would probably move them both if you can. Absolutely.
So I have 6 fire.
So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get to this part. But you also have the element of the amulet of the elements that gives you 2 of any type of element that you wish.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So let's just take this one step at a time so I don't get confused. So that would be
that'd be 3 and then
fire
6 magic.
and 6 magic.
Okay, we're gonna go the correct way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you did it. All right.
Because 12 minus 6 is
I know.
6.
It's just you were going the.
And it's 3 fire.
2, 3. There you go.
Okay. And then the next step, I would pay 2 fire and 3 magic.
3 magic. And now you would break the tie, and you would get the gift of fire from me at the end of this round, unless I steal the amulet from you.
Okay. Now I only have 3 magic, which could move me up once here.
Yep.
Or I could move up more in the fire realm and make sure I get ahead of Tim. So, let's see. Gain 2 of any one type. So I could gain
2 fire.
2 more
if you
fire.
Like. Okay. And then you pay 2 fire and 3 magic, and you can move up.
And then I'm over here on 0 now.
Now you're off the charts. There you go.
Ta-da!
Very good. All right, and that's it for you.
This gets,
Well, I can still use it if I want.
oh, okay.
And Carmen's going to hate me because she didn't realize I had my Jabberwock out, which this is the perfect opportunity. My baby Jabberwocky! So I'm going to use the Jabberwocky's ability down here at the bottom. It says exchange the position of one of your familiars with an opponent that is just 1 non-podium space ahead of you in its same realm. Well, hello there. I think we'll just exchange positions.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
You know, you did suggest that I do that because I was originally going to move here, but okay.
Don't even try that.
I
Don't
need to pay
even
more
try.
attention to
I
your
said
cards.
you could have done that, and that you know how to play the game. So I did move my Amplify over to here before any of this. Carmen knew that. So anyways, I'm going to use Foo Dog to gain not 3, but 6 total. And Carmen, you should be mind linking with me right now to gain 1 Earth.
Earth.
Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to get rid of the Centaur. And I want to get big and dumb.
Big and dumb.
With a behemoth. And I'm going to gain an additional 6 magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, one thing I forgot to do is my gift of fire. Anytime you gain an element, you gain an additional type of that. Now, Carmen, you did give me a fire. So I actually would gain an additional fire because you gave that to me. But then I would also gain an additional one from Foo Dog. Now, that is all that. I am thinking I might get some magic by using that. I haven't decided quite yet. Let's see how far I can get along. So it's going to cost me 3 and then 6. So 1, 2, 3, and 6 magic. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. I'm like Carmen. Let's do it one step at a time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's see if we can move again. So that would be 2 and then 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. So let's use that. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And we'll move all the way to that spot. There we go. All right, so now we're going to advance again. Let's collect.
I'm salty because I didn't use my gift of air.
Well, I'm not salty because I have the gift of earth and fire now,
At
which
least
is
I get
awesome.
to keep my gift of air.
You do, whatever. And then here's your mind link back. That's spent, mine spent, and my amplify spent. So I have no magic going into the 3rd round. Take back your token, and we are ready to go for the next round. All right, so we both have our 3 cards. Let's flip them over. I have a 4 on the end. Carmen, what do you have?
I have 3.
Ooh, so that means I will be first player this time. And so go ahead and put your marker on up there. And now we go to the spells. I have no spells. Carmen, do you wish to shadow walk? Kind of got an idea of what I might be doing here. So would you like to shadow walk in the fire realm with me?
Let's
Do you ever walk with the devil in the pale moonlight in the fire
Okay.
realm? All right. And she doesn't have the Jabberwocky out, so I thought maybe she would try to Jabberwock. My baby Jabberwocky. So I am going to go to the fire realm, so lucky you. Woo. And now you can decide which realm are you going to go in, but of course it doesn't matter because you still have the gift of air. Boom. All right, so let's do this thing. I am the Phoenix, so I can get 4, 5, 6. 6 total magic for the Phoenix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was that a good Phoenix scream?
That was awesome.
Thanks. Now I will, my Cyclops, I will gain fire. So 4, 5, 6, fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carmen's over there just, oh, how come he gets everything? And, you know, I'm thinking before I activate the Hippogriff, I'm going to move up in this realm. And I am going to first, let's see, I need 3, 7 total magic, and 5 fire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of my magic. And I can go from here to there. Now I'm going to activate the ability of the Hippogriff. Aerial maneuvering. Move back 1 space in any realm to move forward 1 space in any other realm. Pretty darn cool, huh? Well, I'm kind of stinking it up here in the Earth realm, so I'm just going to move back in the Earth realm, and we're just going to move up 1 space right there. And, oh yeah,
fancy.
Just like that. Just like that. Of course, I probably should have moved up here instead, because now I'm afraid Carmen, let's do that instead. Because Carmen's not going to move in the fire realm, she's going to move in the Earth, and that way maybe I could just try to keep a little distance so she doesn't get the gift from Earth for me with
And
that
I
thing.
already used my shadow step.
So
Everybody knows I moved my little guy up.
I am now going to invoke the power of the amulet and gain 3. Oh God, you know what? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I will still stick with my idea. Now I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have no magic, and then 1, 2, 3 to move up to there. I could have put my guy up in here, but I don't think that's a good idea yet. Because if I do that, I lose this.
Then you lose that. That's not.
And I'd rather just hang on to it still for the time being until she, you know, tries to push me. Now, Carmen, did you move up for your shadow step?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's it for me. Let's see what Carmen's got planned.
Okay. Oh, this has been a tough decision, but I think for him, instead of taking the thunder stomp, I will take the magic. So that will be 4 magic.
4 magic. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then for Foo Dog, I will take the 3 earth, which will be 4 earth.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to take Big and Dumb up here? The behemoth?
Yeah, I was going to exchange Woogle out for
I'll
Big
take
and Dumb.
Woogle, and there's your Big and Dumb monster.
Big and Dumb. He's going to get 7 magic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 12, right?
All right, you're going to move up in the...
Earth realm.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 6 magic. So 3 earth and 6 magic. There you go. And then if you want to move again, it's 2 earth and then 3 magic. You'll be able to move up 2 more times.
So it would be 2 earth?
2 earth, uh-huh. And then 3 magic. And then if you want to move 1 more time, you'll have to use this element, or the amulet of the elements, to gain earth.
I am going to use that to gain water.
To gain water. Look at you being all tricky.
You know what? I don't even need to, because I have 1 water as it is. I can do it anyways.
Yeah, you can.
1 water and 2 magic moves me up once.
Yes, it does. Because you have the, there you go.
Okay, now.
Your snooty little...
Ta-da!
Yeah, you're on the board on the water. Nicely done.
So I could move up again if I just need 3 magic. I could move up
On earth or wind.
on wind, or I could use my thing and get more earth.
If you wanted to do that, you could give me 1 victory point to take the amulet of power from me, and that would give you 3 magic to be able to use. You want to do that?
Do that.
And then you have to give me one of your 2 amulets.
I will give you the one that wins ties.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yes, yes, it does. I should have done this a long time ago. All right, so I'm going to use both of these.
Oh, you can't.
I can only use one.
You can only use one of them. That's correct.
Shoot.
You've got 2 wind. You don't need both of them.
I didn't want. I wanted to do. I wanted to do Earth again.
Nope, can't do that. Can only do one or the other.
Okay. I'm already way ahead in wind.
Yeah, but no reason why not to move a little further along. I mean, you just gave me a victory point otherwise for nothing.
Well, I mean, I could move up more in the water realm.
Nope, you don't have any more water. Well, I guess, yeah.
Wait.
Where's your magic at? Is it on 1?
It must be where. Yeah,
you've only got one magic.
I only got 1 magic.
Yeah, so you can only. You gotta
only
take
move up.
magic. You have to take magic.
I can only move up. Okay, so gain
3
3
magic.
magic. So I'm at 4 magic.
Yes, and now you're going to be able to move up in the.
And the air is the only one I can do.
That's correct. So that's going to cost. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
the rest of them take.
That's
2.
right. So
All
2 air and 3 magic. There
That's
you go.
0 error.
And 1, 2, 3. Now you are done. Good job. Okay, so you now have gained the gift of water.
Woohoo!
And you have retained the gift of air, and I have retained fire and earth. All right, so go ahead and close the camera down. Let me take it over. Okay, so now what we do is we get our creatures from our expedition because we are now to the start of another day. So we take our three creatures, we add up their total magic. So I've got 8, 9, 10, 11 magic. Carmen, how much do you have? You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically now what we do is we look at these tokens up here and we just basically get our choice of one of them. I'll take this one here that gives me 3 victory points, which means Carmen will gain 2 expedition tokens to use during her next day. What that means is that they're going to be used, they're going to give her a +2
To my expedition.
to our expedition for each one. So it's actually a +4, I believe. So, and then that'll give me 3 victory points, which I'll pull them out of there here in just a minute. Okay, so now what we do is we shuffle all our creatures together, and we are going to start a whole nother day, and we'll be right back after we get our creatures selected. All right, so we're at our planning phase. Let's turn our cards over, and if you notice, we do have new creatures that are available for this day. So we have the Basilisk, the Fairy, and the Mermaid now. And I have a number 4. What do you have? A 4, which means I do have Kajar's Amulet. I win the tie, so I do place on the number 1 marker up here. Now, we need to do our spells. Carmen, you are very confusing. I really don't think...
I am. I'm very confused, to be honest. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't think I want to use my Shadow Step for sure, because you could go anywhere on that. So I might use my Amplify, though. I haven't really necessarily decided on that. If I do use Amplify, I probably want to think about this for a minute if you don't mind. Alright, I am going to amplify my Phoenix, mainly just for the magic, to be honest with you. I'm not going to use Shadow Step or Mind Link yet. Carmen, what are you going to do?
I'm going to amplify something. I'll amplify my Jabberwocky, I guess.
Alright, so you all done with magic? Your spells? You're not going to Shadow Walk or Mind Link?
Let's see, what are you going to be getting?
Well, you don't know. I could trick you all I
Mind
want.
Link you. Why not?
Let's do that. Let's be pigs. Alright, well, I'm going to go into the Earth realm right here. And, Carmen, which realm are you going to invoke?
That is a very good question. So if I go...
Well, it doesn't matter which one. You've got the gift of the air. So you can invoke any of them anyways. So you're kind of free to...
it's gonna amplify whatever I do.
Right, for your resources.
I go.
Correct.
Right. So, what do I want to get? What do you got over there? You got...
I've got the gift of fire and the gift of earth.
Yeah, those gifts could...
They are fabulous.
Shoot.
And you are mind linking me, so if you want to move more up in water, then maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea, because you can trade out for that mermaid. She's pretty good. All right. Well,
I'm gonna follow.
oh, you're just going to follow suit. Okay.
Why not?
That's a really weird choice, but okay, we'll accept it. All right, so now that we're all done with that, we will go ahead and start invoking our creatures. So right off the bat, I will use my Phoenix to gain the magic, which will be anytime you gain an additional. So it will be 8 total, 9 total that I'll gain of magic. So
And I get 1. Woohoo!
that's right. The Cyclops. Goodbye, Cyclops.
Oh.
Welcome to the party, Mr. Basilisk. All right. So I'm going to use his Deadly Gaze and gain 5 of the Earth.
And I get 1. Whee!
And then I gain an additional 1 because of that. No, you don't gain an additional 1. That you got
I
all you
didn't.
Foo Dog. I'm sorry. I should have gained 6, guys. I'm sorry. 7. I should be on 7 total. There you go. All right. Then Foo Dog is going to gain 4 and then 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So let's move up in the Earth. So it's going to cost me 3, 6 total Earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a total of 7 magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I go floop, floop.
Why 7?
I'm sorry. It should have been 8. Should have been 8. You're right. You're right. Trying to cheat. And then if I wanted to, I could just move on up into that final position.
Moving on up.
But I'm not 100% sure if I really
don't
want
wanna
to
give up
do
your
that.
gifts.
Because I would have to give up the gift of Earth. It would go over to Carmen after that. I mean, it is the difference between 4 victory points, though. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to just keep saying, no, I'll not worry about it, and then that come back to bite you in the butt. But I will just let it go probably. And nope, you know what? I am going to do it. Just give me that. There's your victory point. I'm going to use the Amulet of Power. That's going to give me my 4 magic that I need, plus the 3 Earth. 1, 2, 3, and let's just do it. So, boom. I'm number 1. You don't get this right away, but you will get it at the end of the round. So, all right, Carmen. You are up.
Okay, first I'm going to gain my
Victory point.
what do you
Renown.
renown. I already did this. I'm going to exchange these
Got it.
4 for the 5 because
Okay.
that's all that was in the cup. So
Leave the singles out by themselves because there's not a lot of them. So
yeah, so there we go. Then I'm going to use my Amplify, which is going to give me 9 magic.
nice.
Okay. Now I'm going to use my Jinn, which I'm going to use his ability, Make a Wish, resolve an ability of a creature in the vast expanse.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to resolve the mermaid.
Okay.
She is going to gain 5 water, so that is 6 water, right? Am I in the water? No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You're in air, so it's only 5 water.
No, I'm in earth.
Well, land, earth, whatever you wish to call it. It's.
You called it air, hun.
Did I call it air?
Yes,
Did I say air? I thought I
yes.
said land.
No. Okay. Now I get 3 air from my centaur.
Why would you get 3 air for your centaur? Does it say it down? Okay,
So
yes.
gain 3 air.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
I don't think 3 magic's gonna do me any good. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, well, let's do it.
I mean, can I wait and start moving before
Yes,
I
you
decide
can.
how to
Yes.
use him?
Yes, you can.
Okay, let's do that. I won't use him yet. I'll just wait and decide.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 5 water to use, so let's use that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 magic. If
4
you want to
and
move up to
7 magic.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that.
All right.
And
Well, that gift of the air is really awesome.
now we could move up in the earth or in the air.
Well, if you do air, you're going to gain 3. If you do magic, you're only going to gain 2 magic.
Okay.
But you also have this, and you could gain
If I
2
move-
additional.
I have. So if I move up here, that would give me. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so 2 earth and 3 magic.
2 magic. So, okay.
Oh,
So
sorry, I thought you was moving up in earth.
2 earth.
2 earth.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this
Okay, to gain what?
to gain 2 earth.
Okay. And
Okay.
then just There you go.
Now I'm going to do
2 earth, 3 magic.
4 earth and 6 magic.
Okay, there you go.
So
That takes out the 1 and
all my
your
magic. Ah!
All right, you all finished up?
Yeah, it kind of sucked that they didn't all match.
That's all right. Well, when we come back, we'll have 4 new cards out. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's flip our cards. I have a number 4 as my first one. What do you
I
have?
have a 5.
All right, so place your token up there. You are first. I am second. Do you have any spells that you wish to use?
I might. What are you dealing over there?
Well, I have a couple of earth, which of course you have to realize I am done with earth, and I have 1 water, but who knows what the heck I could be up to.
I'm gonna shadow step water.
Okie dokie. And I think I will shadow step fire, and I'm also going to mind link you.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's how it works, man.
Alright.
Okay, so go ahead and pick which realm you wish to move in. Or invoke.
Dupe.
And I'll go water, of course. So, all right, we'll come back. It'll be Carmen's turn.
Okay, first I will gain 1 in my action phase. Da-da-da-da. Alright. Remember, I may move a familiar in all realms. Anytime I gain magic, I will gain additional magic. So first, I am going to gain magic for my dragon.
So that'd be
So he's going to get 7 magic.
7. That's right.
Alright. Then I'm going to gain 4 fire.
That would be 5 fire.
So that gives me 6. And then he has aerial maneuvering, which I think is a really good idea.
It is a good.
Yes. So I don't know what I want to use him on. Let me move first, and then I'll use him last again because I'm not sure. Okay, so I have 7 magic. That actually works out nicely here to move up twice.
Okay.
And that would be
And then
5
that gives me
fire.
shadow step, which means I immediately move up to this spot here. So
Oh, man.
yeah, well, I also lost my gift of fire, so that was actually.
Yay, I get the gift of fire.
Well, you will.
And I didn't spend my magic. I'm just gonna cheat.
No, you can't cheat. You're on camera.
Now, it's gonna let me move down one realm and forward in another one.
So you want to make it count. So like your fire is the most expensive for you to move in right now. Well, technically earth would be as well.
Earth, I think, is a good deal, is what I'm thinking, because it still costs me a little less to move up in the air.
Air and water are still cheap.
So I think I will move up 1 here and 1 down here.
Very good. All right.
That is it. Oh, I forgot
And
to use my thing.
what did you forget to use? I'm sorry. Did you want to use
I'll use this one and just gain
an additional one of those? Okay. Well, you didn't have to use it at all if you didn't want to, but you might as well use
But
this.
I might as well use it.
Yeah, because you can go ahead and use it to gain 2 orbs of any type, because you're already most likely going to win that, so you can gain them no matter what. So you can just think about that and just gain any 2 that you want. It's no big deal. All right, so my shadow step was used up. Now I got to collect my thoughts of what in the world I'm doing now. So I was amplified with you, or mind linked with you, and for some stupid reason I forgot to actually collect any of the resources, but I believe that you had gotten a couple of fire.
I got 1 fire once, and I got magic once.
And then you used your ability on the other
Yeah.
one. Okay, so that actually would have given me 2 fire then, because I still had the amulet, the gift of fire at that time. All right. Woo! All right, so I am going to use my unicorn to gain 5 total magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to trade in or get rid of my minotaur, and I'm going to get a lovely mermaid. And I'm going to use her to gain 6 total water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to stop there for a moment because now I am going to move in here. So Carmen, your shadow step will kick in.
Yay!
And then if you want, just go ahead and take it and then turn it upside down. So that would cost me 1 water and 2 magic. Now I'm going to do it again. 1 water, 2 magic. And then I'm going to do it again. 1 water and 2 magic. And now I am thinking I'm going to use my Jabberwocky's Fearsome Bite. Exchange the position of one of your familiars with an opponent. So
that stupid shadow step benefited you instead of me. That's just great.
when you moved down in water, I was like, so I am now going to use my Amulet of Power to gain 3 magic. 1, 2, 3. And now I am going to move up again with 2 water and 3 magic. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 water. All right, that's the way it's done. So now we'll clear this off. Carmen, I will take the Amulet of Water. Thank you very much.
No.
Or the Gift of Water, I'm sorry. We are now going to go to the nighttime phase. We're going to get 4 new cards, and we will be right back. All right, so my first card is a 6. Carmen, what's yours?
Mine is also a 6.
We both got the big behemoth. He's big and dumb.
Big and dumb.
Big and dumb as they come. And what did I do here? I think I made... No. I'm good. I thought I did. I was sitting here thinking off camera and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, yeah. I will be first. You will be second. Neither one of us have any spells to invoke. So basically now we just go to the realm that we are going to trigger. I'm going to go air. Carmen, what are you going to go?
Earth.
All right, so let's do our thing. So I am going to get 6 magic for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With my Hippogriff, I am going to gain the 3. I should also gain a victory point for this, which I'll get in a minute. So I'll get 3 air, 1, 2, and 3. And then with my Genie, I'm going to use his Make-A-Wish. Resolve an ability of a creature in the vast expanse. And I'm going to resolve this one right here. What's that say? Select 2 of your familiars on non-podium spaces. Exchange their numeric position within their realms. That would actually be pretty cool, to be honest with you. But I ain't going to worry about that. I just want the 5 wind, which will actually... It'd still be 5. It wouldn't be 6 because technically we're still invoking that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and total of 6. And 1, 2, 3. And then I am going to use the magic. Gain 3, 1, 2, and 3. So that put me there. And then it would be 3 magic and 2 air. That'll move me up to that space right there. All right, and that would be my turn, and then I'm going to gain my 1 victory point for my Gift of the Water. So let's go over to Carmen and see what she's going to do.
All right, I got the Behemoth, and he's going to give me 7, 8 magic, because that's going to kick in as well. So, boop. And then I'm going to actually exchange him.
Which one you want?
For the Mermaid.
Okay.
Mermaid's going to give me 6 water because anytime I gain an element, I gain 1 more. So water is going to move on up to 7. And then the Minotaur, I'm going to use Thunderous Stomp. And so I'm going to gain 4.
Yes.
So that is sweet.
Yes, it is.
All right, now let's spend all this. First, I want to move up. We'll just do 1 step at a time, so I don't get
3
confused.
earth, 4 magic, 2, 3, and then 4 magic. And then if you wanted to, you could use your Amulet of the Elements, and you could go ahead and get your Griffith in there. But truthfully, there's nothing pressuring you, and you could just keep that Gift of the Earth for right now. So
yeah, I wanted to do. I know I wanted to do water, so let's go down here to water and see what happens.
So it's going to cost you 2 water and 3 magic.
2 water, 3 magic.
Yep. So that'll move you up 1 more space, and then if you want to move up again, it'll cost you. You're going to have to try to get more magic somehow.
Let's see what I'm doing on wind. I would have to try to get more magic for that as well.
You need magic. So I have the Amulet of Power. If you want that from me, you got to pay.
Amulet of Power. Okay, so that would give me 3 magic, right?
You're just only going to be able to move 1 more time. That's it.
Yeah.
And it may not be worth it.
I really like having the Gift of Wind. I don't know. You're probably going to take it anyway, though.
Well, I can't take it this round. You're definitely going to have it for the next
round. Right, I mean
so.
next round.
Right.
But I can always just keep my elements and use them next time.
And you can also gain yourself 2 additional elements right now of any type if you'd like. It's just to set yourself up, so.
Let's see.
One.
I'll go with wind.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that is going to end that. Go ahead and give me the camera and we'll... All right, so now we're going to do our expedition because we are at the end of the day. So let's flip over our cards. I have a total of 8.
13.
Yes, so you have your first choice of one of
Yes.
those two. Which one would you like?
Those are very nice.
Yes, they are. I want to change
I'll
these
take-
out while you're thinking.
Hoven's Cottage.
Okay. And
That's
we're going to
a
have a
good one.
Chimera. We're going to have a Chiron and a Medusa. Ooh. And then this one here is going to give me 4 of any type of resource that I want. So let's see. I think I want either wind or water. Both are, well, I don't know. Let's I'm thinking let's go water. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So let's move this back down. We'll get set up for the next round. We'll have our creatures drafted, and this is it. This will be the last round of the game. All right, here we go. Let's flip over our cards. I have a number 4 as my number 1. What do you have?
I have a number 4 also.
Well, I break ties because I have the
stinks.
Kajar
That's
amulet.
really, really bad.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what to do now because I was counting on that.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that makes me even more happy. So now I get to decide what I want to use as magic. I think I don't really see any reason to do a mind link. I'm wondering if I should shadow step though. Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna shadow step right here, I think. Just for the hey. And I'm gonna probably keep amplify for a little bit longer. Okay. Do you want to use a magic then? It's kind of hard for you probably to figure out where I'm going. Same with me with
I
you,
don't
to
know
be
where
honest.
you're going, and I don't know what to amplify.
Well,
because
why don't you
I
just
know
wait till
what's
your
going
next hand then,
on.
right? Yeah. Okay. So let's...
I kind of want to amplify because I don't have enough magic.
well, your behemoth will be coming up into your hand here soon, so you could use your behemoth to amplify. And that's actually what I'm going to do too, is wait till I get him, because he gives you your best amount of magic. So I'll let you think a little bit on it. I am going to probably think on which realm I want to go to. I don't want you to shadow step though, so we'll come back. We'll just see what Carmen decides for magic. Alright, so Carmen has forgone any other magic, so I am going to move up in the water realm. Carmen, which realm are you planning? Alright, don't forget you do have your mind link with me. Let's do this. I do gain a victory point because I have that. I am going to use my Jabberwocky to... See, the problem is if I use my Jabberwocky to exchange there, she'll just use her Jabberwocky to get right back, so that's not going to do me any good. So I am going to just take the 4 magic. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Carmen, you get 1 magic. I am now going to... I'm thinking... not, we're just going to hang on. I'm going to gain an additional 3 magic. 1, 2, and 3 magic. And Carmen, you should gain 1 magic. Now I am going to exchange my Basilisk for this fella right here, and it says here you are going to gain the number of resources depending on where this creature was located in my party. He was located on the 3rd spot, so I'm going to end up gaining 3 total water. 1, 2, and 3. So let's see how far I can move up here. So it's going to cost me 2, 5 total water, and 7 magic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I think I will use my amulet to gain 3 additional, which would you would still gain that. So you would gain another. Did you gain your water as well? So you should have gained one water and a total of 3 magic. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to move up here again. So that cost me 3 water and all of my magic. So, and that would be it for me. And let's see what Carmen has up her sleeve.
I don't know if we missed this earlier, but these actually kick in when you're doing Mind Link. So that's how I have so much magic and water now, because they actually give you an additional each time you gain those from Mind Link as well. So I'm going to use my Jabberwock for... what would that be? 5 magic, and that would be 6 magic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then the Minotaur I'm gonna use for magic as well. So that's gonna be 5 magic. Whoa, that's all my magic. Okay.
No, you that's what you got the plus 20s for.
Oh, okay. You don't max out.
We've never used them before.
We use these. Okay. But I don't think I'm going to get any more at this point, so we're good. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to use him for until I start figuring out what I'm going to spend this on. So let me do that first. I have 8 water, so we could go, that's 2, 4,
5, 6, 7. And then that does move me into the final spot. Thank you.
Why?
Because I shadow stepped.
Oh, dang.
I did that on purpose.
Okay, so that moves this here, and then how much
it was
magic
a total
was
of 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 magic.
10 magic. Wow, that was a lot.
Yep.
Okay, now I want to move up in air, so let's see, I have 4, so that's only going to be 1 that I can move up in air for right now.
And 3 magic.
3 magic. 3. Okay. I would really like to move up in air again.
Well, you can if you use your amulet of the elements.
I can use that, and I still haven't even used this guy either. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. That's my problem. So yeah, I'll use this for 2. Actually, I think I gain another one, so I gain 3. 1, 2, 3. So if I move again, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then how much magic? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 3 magic left.
Yeah, you're going to be just... If you use your genie for magic, you could finish off in the Earth realm at least and get your llama up into the final spot there and get that over with.
Yeah, I don't know if I should do that. I should probably do that because we're starting to get tight. And what if I lose my gift of air? That's what I'm worried about, is losing that gift of air. Okay, so I can use him for 3 magic.
And then just spend 4 and 3. And now you've got Earth. Earth is done for you. Now you are going to lose that gift of Earth, but at least you do have that.
Yeah, it was a tough decision. I wasn't planning on doing that.
For me, it's just a peace of mind to know I've got those 3 done. All I have to focus on is air.
So now I've got to focus on air and wow, I'm up there on water. All
still.
3 of those.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now at least this is a peace of mind. It's done.
Right.
All right, let's do this. So we're on midday. There's only 2 turns left. Carmen is all the way up on the green or the Earth now. So basically, neither one of us are going to do anything Earth. We know that. She knows where to use Shadow Step now, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do me any good, though.
Well, it very well can, because if you just can try to get initiative and then move 1 space up here, and then you allow me to move you up into there, basically.
That's the problem. What if I doubt you could move all the way up.
Oh, you might be surprised.
See, that's the thing. I don't want you moving all the way up. So.
Moving on up. I got a 1 as my initiative on the first one.
Oh.
And I dropped my card.
I have a 5.
Got? So you are first, so go ahead and put your marker on up there.
Yeah.
And what spells do you wish to use?
I could use Shadow Step. It's not going to do me any good.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to do me any good. Amplify. I'm going to amplify my dragon.
And I'm going to mind link you for sure.
Sweet.
And, I dropped my other card and I don't remember what it is.
You need me to help you?
There it is. Come here, Griffith. All right.
Griffin.
So, I think I might amplify my Griffin. Yeah, let's amplify my Griffin. Okay, Hippogriff. I'm sorry.
Hippogriff. They're so similar. You're mixing them all up.
I am.
Okay.
All right, that's it. So Carmen, you are first. So where are you gonna go? Which realm?
Oh gosh. Now I gotta remember.
Well, you know where I'm going, obviously. So.
I think I needed to go.
Well, you can still technically go
fire.
anywhere.
No, but it's going to amplify what I need amplified is the problem.
Right.
So I think fire was what I needed amplified.
When we come back, it'll be Carmen's turn, and she'll have her realm selected as well.
So yes, I am in fire because
you're in hell?
That is going to... that's going to give me 6 for this, right?
6.
Yes, 6. And that's amplified, so it gives me 12.
Is that 6 fire or magic?
Magic.
Oh, okay. So I get 1 magic then.
Wait, I was on 2 already, so that's 14.
Nice.
Magic. Okay. Next is this dude. He's going to gain 2 wind.
Okay, so I gain 1 wind.
And okay. And then the mermaid's going to gain 5 water.
Okay, so I gain 1 water.
Oh, wait. I still have that.
Yes.
So that's an additional wind and then an additional water.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all for my creatures. Now I gotta move.
Now, did you get your 1 victory point for your gift of the water?
Oh, yeah, I stuck this over here so I wouldn't forget.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna move it over there, my victory points.
It's a smart idea to do that because that would guarantee that you're going to get number 1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that is 4 victory point difference between 1 and 2. So I would definitely move up 1 spot. Basically, you're going to make me do the work for you.
I was probably just going to move up 2 spots, to be honest. But I'll move up 1 for now. We'll see what happens.
But
1,
here's
2,
the thing.
3.
There's no guarantee I'll move up at all because I don't have to. I can wait till the next turn. So.
And then 4.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. Now for water, I am going to move up. That's
3 water and 4 magic. So it'll cost you 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do it again, and that'll put you in 2nd place if you want. 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
okay.
All right, so you lost the gift of
But
water.
I lose the gift of water. That stinks.
Yes,
Maybe
it
I
does.
shouldn't have done it yet. I don't know. Okay. Problem is, I'm about to lose the gift of air, probably. So, I would need more air if I'm gonna do that. Wait, I used up all my magic. I can't move again.
No, you're pretty well done at this point.
Unless I take that back in the water and I don't move water, because I was planning on moving all the way up in the air is the problem. How much magic's Tim gonna need to do all that?
It's going to cost me 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 magic.
18 magic. You can do it. I've gotten that much magic before, so I don't know. Okay, I'll be done. I'll hope that he moves me up, I guess. I really hate this is what I hate, because he's first here, and he's first here. So I kind of feel like I should just guarantee that I'm getting first there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you can't.
Well, I mean, I could if I didn't move up in water.
You could. And you know I'm not going to let you move up in there. I mean, it makes sense. I see what you were talking about. But yeah, why would I let you shadow step and just mosey on up? I guess it would be nice for you because, well, in a sense, I know for a fact you would have to go fire. But really, I mean, I don't know why I would let you have it. So I'm going to get rid of my mermaid. I am going to take the chimera. And I have an all-wind party going on here. So I am going to take the magic for him, which will be 5 total magic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I will amplify here, so that would have been 3. So that's 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I am going to take the magic as well, which will be another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the question...
Well, you were mind linking me. You remembered to do that.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did do that. Thank you.
That means that you get a...
Oh, yeah, I should have gotten a victory point. You're right. Okay. I totally, lost my place of what I was doing. So, all right. So that's all of this stuff. Now, if I decide to move up here, I am guaranteeing that she moves up. So, I don't know. I feel like I kind of talked her into this a little bit, but she knew the consequence of not moving up here as well. And she did know that she probably should have stayed out of the water realm for that purpose of just using that magic to get herself up here in the wind. Which
I should have just turned the camera off so I wasn't pressured. That's what I should have done.
And you know what? I'm okay if you just want to do it. And so just move yourself on up in there. But you should have used this for your wind, and you didn't do it. 1, 2, okay? And then go ahead and spin that wind, and then you should have somehow had the magic that would have been available from here. So the magic would have already been spent. Give yourself 3 water back. And now spend 3 air instead. And then we're going to put this back. We'll give you this back. And then you lose this. There you go. I'll just do it for you because I don't want to be a big meanie and you whine about it.
I was rushed, and that's the main thing that bothers me.
You had plenty of time to think. She thought off camera for at least 38.5 minutes. All right, so let's see. It's going to cost me 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't have enough, so I'm just going to go 2, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to cost 6 magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll move into here, which that'll be 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do this so we can move up again. And that would have just put it to there. And 1, 2, and 3. So, ooh, it's going to be tough to move up that final step, but we'll see what we can do on our last turn. So, all right, that's it. So let's move. This will be the final turn of the game. Both of us, I think, have you used all your magic? I think I've used all mine. And yeah, you've used all yours as well. So, all right, we'll get our creatures selected and we'll be right back. All right, final round. I got a number 6 as my first one.
So do I.
And so do you. All right, but I break ties because I have Kajar's amulet still. So, all right, let's get this party started. Neither one of us have spells. I am obviously going to the wind. Carmen is going to fire. I am going to collect 6 magic for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I was thinking with him, it says resolve an ability of a creature in the vast expanse. I only need 4 magic to get in there and be done. So I was thinking about using this one right here where it says gain 4, 3, or 2 if this is the first, second, or third creature in the party. I'm just going to use the 3 so that I can gain 3. And I should have gained 1 additional magic for... No, I'm sorry. So that'll give me 3 wind. 1, 2, 3. That's all I need to be able to move him up into that final position. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now locked in to second place. I have no creatures I need to worry about moving. So now you do score points depending on how many resources you do have left at the end of the game. So I'm going to score 4 more magic. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for my Phoenix. That is it for me, man.
All right.
That was simple. Well, actually, it is not it. I am going to get 3 more for that. So 1, 2, and 3. So now that is it. So I'll return this back into here. And, you know, I probably should have put my thing somewhere else because then I would have gained an additional magic, you know it, instead of leaving it there. That was kind of silly of me because I had the Gift of Air. I could have moved here anyways.
Right.
I don't know why I was thinking that. All right, let's head over to Carmen and see what she's got up her sleeve.
First, my big and dumb behemoth is going to give me 6 magic. Okay, now the Cyclops is going to give me 4 fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he gives me another one because I am in the fire realm. And he gives me another one because I have the gift of fire. Okay. Now, as the griffin flies, is pay 4 of the same type to your invoked realm. Move your familiar 1 space in the evoked realm each time this cost is paid. So I'm going to pay 4 fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to move me up 1.
Okay.
And now I can pay 4 magic and 3 fire.
Yep. And you're up there, floop, just like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And you don't have the capacity to get your...
Unfortunately, I didn't think about the fact that now that I don't have the Gift of Air, I cannot move my familiar in my flying llama. Can't move him in the water realm. So
pompous.
He's stuck there.
So let's go over to your expedition, flip your cards over.
And then I get this, of course.
I have a total of 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Or 5, 7. Okay. So you have more than me. So Carmen is going to gain if you look up here. Carmen gets 4 victory points and I get 2. Now for every 5 total resources, magic, and also orbs, so like your elemental resources as well.
Right, everything here.
That you have left.
For all 5 total.
Yeah, for every 5, you gain 1 victory point as well.
Oh, that stinks. Look how close I
So you're going to be 8, 9, so that's going to be 2 more points for you. So that's a total of 6 more points towards Carmen. Here's a 5-er. And then I don't know if there's any more 1s left. They didn't hardly send any 1s, so...
They're right there. They're stacked up outside.
Go ahead and grab a 1 then right there. All right. And then I gain 2 for being in second, so I'll get those. And then I gain an additional, let me see, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I gained an additional 4.
More.
So I would get a total of 6. So there's 1 and a 5. All right, now what we do is we add up our points of all of our renown that we have collected throughout the game, and then we add up our points on the actual board itself. So let's do Kerman first. So Kerman, you have a total of, I'm going to use my little calculator here to make sure I keep track of this accurately, okay? So 21 points in the Earth realm. You have a total of 25 points in the Wind realm. You have another total of 21 points in the Fire realm, and you have a total of, that's going to hurt you bad, 15 in the Water realm. Now, how many victory points did we have over here for you?
17.
Plus 17. Kerman, you had a grand total of 99 points.
99?
Very respectable score.
Okay.
So now I've got, basically I know I have 75.
75.
And then plus 21. So
21.
75 plus 21 plus, I've got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. 113.
Woo.
So not a bad game. Not a bad game. It would have made all the difference in the world. So I was 113. That would have given you 6 more points at least to have done that. So that would have put you at least 105. So
Yeah.
yeah, I still had you, but regardless,
Still would have won.
it still was a really good game. Great job, babe. So the premise of this game is that we were both apprentices. We were trying to graduate the academy to become a full-fledged druid.
Obviously, I didn't graduate.
And I did. So I'm going to get my robe and my wooden staff and go around and poke animals with it.
Well,
is that what druids do?
Cry.
Why you still, you got to do some more studying, lady. So let's talk about the game we just finished up. You got yourself in a situation where I think you got a little too comfortable with the fact that you had that power to be able to just move any of your creatures.
Yeah.
And once I took that from you, you didn't really seem to know what to do on your last turn.
No.
You had too many creatures.
My problem was I was still thinking when I was setting up my last turn that I still had that and I could move in the water realm and in the fire realm, and then when I realized I couldn't, I was like, and I think that there are ways to do that. Tim pointed out if I still had the
hippogriff, I think it is,
that I would have been able to move one of them back in order to move. I would have to have...
You'd have to move the fire one back to move the water one in. I believe it was the water one.
The wind? Yeah, it was the fire one. I would have had to move the fire one back to move the water one up. And then I would have had to move the fire one up 3 times instead of
which
twice.
you could have done, most likely.
I did have extras at the end of the game. So, I probably could have worked something out. But I didn't. I didn't do that. I didn't figure it out, so...
We could have worked out a trade. Yeah, so I think it was one of those situations where I kind of, when I play this game, I really focus on just trying to get my creatures to the end of the board as fast as I can.
Right.
That's one less realm you have to think about. And I think that's such a big deal in this game because there's a lot to think about. This game has a little cartoony, clever design. It's got cartoony, clever artwork, but ultimately it is a much more meatier game than meets the eye.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love the artwork, though. I really think it makes the game enjoyable for me. I love the little cartoony creatures. But it's not cartoony to the point where it's not skillful. Don't get me wrong. But I love the fact that it's very colorful. The creatures really draw me in and get me kind of immersed into the theme, that I'm training these creatures and using magic. So I do enjoy that aspect, but it's not a kid's game. Don't let the cartoony theme, fool you into thinking it's going to be easy.
And I unfortunately do, I don't unfortunately. I do like the art, and let me make sure I set my premise up with that, okay? I do really like the art, but I don't necessarily think it's very fitting in a game of this magnitude because the game feels way too complex and complicated for a game with artwork that gets a cartoony feel. I feel like the artwork should be more of a real theme to make it understand that this is a gamer's game. This is not a light game. This is a game that's going to make you sit and think. Carmen easily was taking 10 minutes between her turns.
I had some major AP. I mean, each card you have 3 different things, at least 3 different things you can do with it. You can also trade it in. Sometimes the powers even give you even more choices. So there's a lot of choices for each card that you have in your, what do you call that? Your play area, your creatures.
We know
each creature you have. How's that?
Your creature play area, right? Okay.
Yeah.
there's a lot to think about in this game, and I don't necessarily want this to be taken as a negative when I do talk about Carmen with suffering from the AP, because this is a game that the more time you play, the more times you play, the better and easier it will be for you to understand the ability of the creatures that are in your deck and how to use them to your benefit. There still will be times, especially when you're playing a 4-player game, where it feels like it will drag on a little longer than really what it needs to do. And I think the main reason for that is because, like you said, there are so many options that lay before you of how you decide to use the creatures for magic, to try to use them for the orbs of, the elements, basically. If you decide to exchange a creature for one from the expanse, or if you just try to use one of their abilities to try to use an ability that maybe works off of one in the expanse, or one from your discard, or one from your, expedition. Oh my God, the endless abilities.
There's even one where you can use one of your opponents, and you really do have to pay attention to what your opponent is doing. That's another aspect of this game. It's not like everybody's sitting around looking at their own tableau and playing solitaire. You really need to know what they're doing, which, for me, I would think it requires memory, unless you're just going to, grab their card and read it every time. So once you play more times, you're more familiar with what the creatures are going to do.
And I really think it showed that this was still a game where my experience outworked you. And I don't mean that to sound negative towards Carmen, but I do really think this is a game where the experienced player is going to most likely pull out the victory more often than not, because you understand how the creatures work, and you have a more, straightforward or streamlined understanding of exactly what you're trying to accomplish in your goals.
I think a little more experience, and maybe I can beat him.
I don't think she will ever beat me at this game. She is right now 0-2, and I'm feeling pretty cocky at the moment, so no. So, theme-wise, do you really feel like that you were trying to work to become a druid, or is that just something where you're looking more like what we talked about with Dice Forge, where you felt like, are you really making offerings to the god to get the gifts? Are you really going around to try to accomplish these feats to be able to tame monsters and collect artifacts, or are you just looking at it as here's what I got to exchange for victory points?
Actually, the theme, I think that the theme stands out more for me in this game. I think that's mostly because of the components, I guess, because and they're called magic orbs, and I look at them as magic orbs, and I'm using magic, and I'm using creatures, and the creatures have names and abilities, so yeah, I really do see the theme in this one.
I think more so than what we were talking about with Dice Forge, and I think the reason is just because of that. The creatures have more of a purpose than just serving a victory point.
Right.
They actually are giving you the abilities, and you look forward to sometimes redrawing. Like if you get the behemoth in the first round, you're looking for the behemoth. He's in your deck, and he looks big and dumb. And that's what's funny, that's his ability.
Yeah.
And these are the things you do look for. You grab both of the dragons. My heart broke when you took both the dragons.
And you know what? I never used a dragon for the victory points, and I really intended to when I grabbed them. I was like, ooh, 3 victory points. Yes. But you really want to get your familiar down to the end of the track. That is something I noticed. The familiars don't have names, so I just call mine a flying llama.
Yours is the most pompous animal. Strutting down the board,
with wings.
But he also strutted right out that door because I'm a druid and we're back in school. So now the designer of this game is a friend of mine, so I want to make sure when I do round this up with my final thoughts that we're full disclosure that he is a friend of mine and he does live nearby, and that way you guys don't think that I'm saying anything nice about it. I don't say nothing nice about you, Chris, and you know that, but he did design another game called Strife. That was a video we also did a couple of years back. It was a 2-player card game, and that's when I realized, man, this guy has got a great mind towards designing. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, very strategic, both games.
Yeah, and if you knew Chris, you would know that that's his personality. He is a very deep thinker. He is a strategist, and this really, in my opinion, is another one of those examples of a game that he has designed that really bring forth his personality perfectly, because like I said, the artwork, in my opinion, is distracting because it doesn't necessarily make me feel like on the outside that this is the type of game that I'm about to open up and play, and then once you start playing, you're like, oh my god, my brain's about to melt out of my head.
It made me want to play it, but I wasn't expecting the depth that I got out of it, so yeah.
It's very misleading. So ultimately, I think this is a very good game. I think it works better with more players than just 2, because there's a lot of the abilities that, like with the spells, when you use those, is you can take advantage of the other players, the shadow step, there's a lot of different things that really do come into full effect. Medusa's abilities,
right?
They are more enhanced with more players. I think a 4-player game, this is phenomenal. It is going to take longer than what you might expect to play, especially if you're playing with all new players. I would easily expect this, if you're playing and you're teaching 3 new players, I easily expect that this game could take an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes to probably finish. But ultimately, I do like it quite a bit, and I think it is a lot of fun. It is a deep, thinky game, and like I said, it's one that really surprises me.
Well, there you have it. I mean, I think I took longer to play than what Tim was expecting, so that is something to keep in mind, but it is a very excellent game, and I would recommend it.
Yeah, I don't want you to think I'm talking bad about you with how long it took.
No,
I didn't mean it to sound like that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, but it does. It does definitely take longer.
It's an aspect of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It takes longer than you would expect. So.
Yeah, but it's super fun. So, hey, check it out. It's on Kickstarter. You guys can head over there. You can back it if you want. I never necessarily tell you to ever buy or back any games, but if this is one that certainly catches your fancy, check it out. I know that they've got some Kickstarter stretch goals that might, enhance the experience even more with some of the creatures I know that there was a couple of creatures that were in here that I think are Kickstarter stretch goals. I left them out of the game just because who knows if we'll hit that, so I just played with whatever I think comes in the base set. So, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
I hope one of the stretch goals is like, a more fancy flying llama.
That pompous ass llama, he didn't do you no favors, okay? Just keep that in mind. All right, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.